Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
Yeah, he'll certainly... He rises! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Mbappe. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Messi. Messi! Decent enough try.
Messi has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
It's gone for a throw-in. Tarkowski. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. Real chance here. Neymar! Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. And so we have the first set piece of the game. That was travelling. Havertz. Goes looking wide. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Neymar. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. He's picked his way through. Great vision. Can he latch on to this? Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Musiala. Pass somewhat off target. Bruno Fernandes. And Hakimi. Now it's Neymar. And it's Hakimi. He's had it taken off him, and that's a throw-in. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Johnny Evans. Oh, that's well spotted. Rice. Knocks it into space. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Messi. Ugarte does well to get it back. Corinthians looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. as long as they don't lose the purpose. If they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
He can get that clear. Well, they've got it again. Marquinhos. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Johnny Evans. Van Dijk. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bruno Fernandes. He's tried one! He's going for goal! Crossbar comes to the rescue. That's a half-decent try.
Oh, maybe it was one of those moments when he just caught it too well.
And it's Neymar. Now it's Hazard. Marquinhos. Shifted it to the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Havertz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Johnny Evans. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Neymar. Neymar goes steaming forward. Now it's Messi. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
Vitória really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. He gets big! He will be livid with himself. Strong running down that left flank. It's a searching pass. That has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played back in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Corinthians clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mbappe. No, there's no going past him this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Musiala. Still absolutely nothing to report. And Messi! Off the post!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Dijk. Musiala. Now it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Neymar. And the counter is on. Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? Quick look, then plays it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Havertz. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. It carries far too far and out of play. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Little doubt, that is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Corinthians are down to 10 men. Johnny Evans. Musiala. Good chance here! Now, who's going to be first to this? Van Dijk. Spread out to the left. Delivery from Mbappe. Van Dijk out-muscles him. Messi was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
He's found a way through. Messi. Messi! Messi! Genius! About as smooth as it gets. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
But before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So we have the first goal.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Van Dijk. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nice bit of skill and he's away. He's in space and looking for options. Keeper has taken decisive action. Pass just lacking in accuracy.
Vitória really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Vitória, moments now away from seeing this one out. Now it's Mbappe.
That's going in strongly.
1 minute to add, according to the board. Some resolute defending there. That's that, the end. Vitória have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.